Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's going to be a bit of a different video in the sense that it's not going to be like a following me along little vlog. It's actually going to be a bit of a sit down video, and it's probably one that I've been most excited to film ever since I started this a couple of weeks ago. We're going to sit down and go through all of the homeware haul and all the bits of shopping that I've done ready for the new flat. So we're moving to Brighton from Manchester next weekend. And we're getting everything out at the moment, just looking through what we need, what we don't, and then also having a look at like all the new bits that we've ordered. So I thought I'll just sit down, show you everything that we've got, give you maybe like a bit of a sneak peek at the apartment, and yeah, sort of bring you along. And then the next vlog that I upload will be actually us moving there, and you'll know everything that's going into the flat already. So it'll be sorted. I won't need to sit there and explain everything to you. I've been getting a bit ahead of myself with shopping this time around. I think because we've already got like all of our essentials for living and like, you know, like plates and everything, although we have bought a new plate set, we're able to like buy more of the decorative pieces. And so I've been going a bit ham, if I'm honest. And yeah, I can't wait to show you guys. See, I really wasn't joking when I said I've been going ham. We've got quite a lot here. Bearing in mind, obviously, these are like moving boxes that we've just got down from the loft. But yeah, we've got some bits from Neptune, the White Company, Dusk, Ochre, the White Company, the White Company. I didn't actually realise that we'd bought so much from the White Company, and we are actually missing another box, which is with like towels and bath mats and stuff. But we can't track it down, so we're going to hope that like during the move, we're going to find all of that. Maybe it's just in a spare room somewhere. But yeah, let me show you guys. I feel like the lighting here is really dark, so hopefully, I don't know if it's going to brighten up. There are some clouds, but I thought I'd start off by showing you guys quite a big one. These I'll start off with. If you watch my first video, you know there's a bit of controversy around these pillows. These are actually from Ochre, so not the White Company, but I got these from an interior designer, and they're around like, they're a little bit discounted. I think if you know Ochre pillows, these are like £80. I managed to get these for 50, including the liners from an interior designer, and they came and they had like just a couple of marks where they'd been stored in the cupboard. So the interior designer said that they'd bought them for a project but not actually ended up using them, and the liners themselves, or the fill-in, is so good. It's really the best duck feather fill-in that I have. Usually mine look a little bit saggy. I always try to buy the bigger sizes to fill it out more, but yeah, these were really good. These were £50 each, so £100 for 2 pillows, which is a little bit. But they are gorgeous, and I sent them to the dry cleaners maybe a few weeks ago. They came back with these orange stains on, so they are still stained a little bit. Like there's one here that the dry cleaners can get out, and I actually got a phone call from the dry cleaners after I spoke to you guys on my first vlog. So I think I vlogged that on the Saturday, dropped them back off on the Monday, got a phone call from the dry cleaners on the Tuesday, and she was going crazy at me on the phone. I was in disbelief. She was like claiming it was all my fault and that I've lied. And I was like, I've got photos of before because I'd sent them to the interior designer being like, these are marked. And they were really lovely. They came back and was like, oh, like it's just like where they've been stored in the cupboard. If you like give them a wash, it'll be fine. And those marks came out. It's the fact that they came back with new stains on them. But they're a bit better, although they're now like, you can't, I don't know if you can see on camera, they're torn. And so I've given up. I was like, I don't even want to go back to that same dry cleaners. I spoke to my mum and she was like, just never put anything in the dry cleaners. And when I went in, they were doing wedding dresses, and I was like, I wouldn't trust them in my wedding dress. But yeah, these cushions themselves are gorgeous. They are really nice quality. I do want to maybe get a third cushion. I'm going to see how they look on the bed, because we've got a king size, and sometimes like 3 pillows look nice, but I don't know if that's maybe on like an emperor bed, and I don't want to overdo it. So we've got these 2 cushions. I don't really want the bad energy in my bedroom, so I think these are going to go in our spare room. But yeah, they are gorgeous, and I'm really happy that I got them for a little bit of a discount. So next up in the White Company bag is this bedspread. Not bedspread, this is a throw. And it's just this really gorgeous like beigey colour. I feel like these really similar colour. I mean, White Company is just very neutral. I feel like it's neutrals or navies. And I do quite like a neutral, I'll be honest. Most of my friends are like, where is the colour in your house? And I swear I will get some. But yeah, this throw, I'm not actually too sure how expensive. I'm not actually too sure how much this throw was. We did manage to get like the 20% off that you get with the email. If you subscribe to the White Company newsletter, then you get like sometimes email 20% off or 10% off. So I reckon that we used that for this. But we did buy this throw a little while ago, and I've been dying to just have it on the bed. Sorry, one of the dogs actually just ran past and knocked over the camera. So I don't know if this is going to be in the same kind of frame. But the next bits in this bag aren't actually from the White Company. So these are from Dusk. I've heard really good things. We just got a couple of fitted sheets. So we've got 2 bedrooms in the flat and both of them have king size beds. And so we've had to buy all new bedding. That's obviously quite expensive. And I was looking at the White Company, of course. We've got a couple duvet sets from them already and they are really good quality, but the price, I was looking at getting like a nice duvet set from that and I think it was gonna be 130 just for the duvet set. And then you had to buy 2 pillows on top of them and the pillows were £25 each. And I was like, there's just not a chance. And I know people say you should invest in your bedding, but there's just no way that I'm spending nearly £200 on one bedding set. It just seemed like a joke. I used to get mine from M&S and that still was a bit pricey. It would be like £40 for a duvet set and to me, that was just too much. But we picked up this duvet set. So this is Safi from Dusk and it's just this really nice stripe. I will take it out. It's just like a nice neutral stripe because I like plain white bedding, but I like a little bit going on still. So I don't know if it's just maybe like a texture thing you have to go for because I usually see all these Pinterest bedrooms and they're nice and clean, but their bedding is like, it's not just plain. So I'm hoping this stripe will sort of go with, if you pick up the vibe here, it's like, I'm not too sure if this looks a little bit too cool, but I feel like they will go together. We'll see. Otherwise this will just probably go in maybe the spare room or just be a spare duvet. I don't know how much this was. I think it was maybe like around the £40–50 mark. I'll leave it linked in the description. But yeah, it feels really nice quality and it's got little frills. I'm not gonna be able to show you without actually unpacking it, but it's got these little frill edging. So it's got cute little details on it and it feels really nice and breathable. Obviously we're getting into the summer and everyone says like, use linen bedding, but linen bedding, don't get me, if you think I'm not spending £150 on bedding from the White Company, there's not a chance I'm getting linen bedding. Because that, I think I've looked before, and it was like for a king set, maybe like £200–300, and it's just, no. So the next couple of bits that I picked up are these cushion covers from H&M Home. You would have seen actually in my first vlog that I picked up a long cushion cover, and I realised that they came in a 50x50 size, so like just a nice square cushion, and I don't think this will go on the bed with the long cover. I don't want it to just be too symmetrical, but I thought it would be nice maybe to like have one on the sofa or like on the chair somewhere and just have them match a bit and have a little bit of continuity between around the flat. But yeah, these again feel really nice. Me just slagging off linen and then I bought a linen cushion cover. But these are probably not 100% linen. This is linen blend, 20% recycled cotton, so a little bit cheaper. But yeah, they're just really nice, neutral, and I need to get some cushion liners to go in these actually. I might see actually if I can get some from Ochre because obviously those ones that I got in the fringe cushion were, and they're just the best feather cushions I've ever had. So I picked up 2 of these and staying on the linen front. So I was looking on Vinted and these popped up. I've been wanting some napkins for a little while, but whenever I look, they're just quite expensive. And these are just like a nice natural colour, and I think I got these for like £6. They do say they are linen. Just, I can't believe I've sat here and just said that I'm not buying linen bedding, but everything else that I'm mentioning is just linen. But these are really nice. These are from Lineado. I've not heard of the company before, but I'll see if I can track it down online and leave it in the description. But next is something actually a little bit funny that I've seen. I always make such a mess when I'm cooking, and I've been asking for ages for like a nice apron. And so I was in TK Maxx and I saw this for £6. So I don't know if this counts as a homeware haul, but I just saw it and I had to mention it. It's just like a nice little apron for my bacon. Because I just, honestly, I stain everything that I wear. I'm so bad. I don't know. I could look at a tin and it will somehow stain me. Yeah, picked up a little napkin from TK Maxx for £6. I'm really excited to get bacon and wear this. So, sticking on theme here, guess where we're back to? The White Company. I treated myself to a new, this isn't from the White Company, but this is for the spare room, just a Aesop Resurrection hand soap. So we treat ourselves to a new set of dinner plates. I feel like it's so hard to find a dinner set that you like, and any dinner set that I find is just stupidly expensive. There's this range from Neptune, which I'll show you a little bit later, and for 6 plates from that, I think it's like £80, and I'm not actually too sure how expensive these were. We did get these in the sale, but this range is called the Hadley range, bone china. It's a set of 4, so these are just these side plates, and I'm not going to get everything out to show you because I feel like it's just gonna make a mess. But let me just show you these side plates so you can get an idea of what they look like. It literally just looks like plain white plate in this lighting, but I don't know if you can see, it's just got this really nice textured edge, and they just feel really nice as well. I like a nice plain plate, but again, I think you're going to see my vibe here, especially because it's the same with the bedding. I like plain, clean looking design, but with a little bit of texture, so it's not just too boring. But these are just really sweet. They've obviously got the edge in, and then I'm hoping that on the bigger plate, maybe it will look like a charger plate. This is a side plate, and to be fair, it doesn't look too small on camera. In real life, it seems a bit too small for a side, if you're asking me. But we picked up their side plates, their dinner plates, their bowls, and I don't know if we got the pasta bowl actually. I'll look for that. So I'm hoping, yeah, this is their shallow bowl. Me and Ty were actually having a conversation a couple of days ago about how we like to eat out of like a pasta bowl, but not like a full-on pasta bowl. I just like it to like have a bit of an edge. I feel like most things that we eat are quite saucy, and so when you put it on a plate, it's like sliding off. But these are the shallow bowls. I'll just see if I can just get one out. And yeah, I mean, that's like my hand. I feel like it's quite small. Maybe I'm gonna get skinny, but again, it's just got like the really nice detailing around the side. They feel really nice. I think I've not had dinnerware that's bone china before, whatever that means, but they feel really nice quality. There is just a set of 4, so I mean, we don't really have people over too often or like for a big dinner party. I feel like just a set of 4 will be fine. We've also got other dinnerware as well, and so maybe if they go in the sale again, we'll pick up a couple more, but for the most part, 4 would be fine. Like I said, we got the full range. These I think are, am I going crazy? These are the bowls, I assume. And then side plates and the dinner plates are still in the box. Another couple of things that we picked up are from Dalesford. We have some of these glasses already. They are our drinking glasses, and when we would go to Dalesford, like the London stores or the farm shop in the Cotswolds, we'd always treat ourselves to a couple more because they're not cheap. I think these were like £9 or £10 a glass. And so we've just picked up a couple more. Actually, I can tell you. No, I can't. They don't have the price on the bottom. But they're just plain glasses with like this white rim. And we've got a collection already of maybe like 6 of these. And it's really just like a nice size glass for anything. They're quite good for like if you're doing a cocktail, like a mojito or something, you can fit a whole lot in here. And then also just like any old drink, a nice little Coca-Cola. So this next box is from Neptune. It's got other bits in it like all the other boxes. I've just been trying to like hold off unboxing things and having them out because I wanted to keep them in their packaging so I could do like this haul and then also just like have it nice for when we move, but also I've been just excited every time that something's arrived and wanted to get it out and just have a look and play around with it. So in this box, these were actually birthday presents from Ty this year. I've got a bit of a Neptune collection going on already with their Bowsley range, and I've already got their serving platter and their serving bowl, which were like birthday presents for my sister, I think, when I turned 21. And so Ty really kindly added to the range for my birthday this year. I'm sure you can guess what these are. There's sort of a theme here. I don't know why I've got so many side plates, but these are just the most beautiful side plates ever. And like I said, they now match the rest of my range. And so when I'm having a bit of like a dinner party, it's just nice to have all of them out together. So these are now like my prized possession. They are just a gorgeous, I've said this about all of the side plates so far, but these are really gorgeous. They look really similar to the White Company ones in having like this ribbed edge, but they've got just these really dainty little dots around all the sides. But like I said, I've got the serving bowl and the platter in this. It's just like it's a really big version of this basically. And yeah, I was really happy when I got these. It was a nice little surprise. And then we've got a little bit of a bigger box. I've obviously just alluded to this anyway, but this is the matching cake stand. I don't know if I've said this already, but I do quite a bit of baking, and I've never had anything to actually display my cakes on, and so now I'm just so excited to bake a nice big cake. And when we move in the flat, I'm going to have all of my friends around and just they're going to watch this and hold it to me now. I'm not too sure if I mentioned it in my first little homeware haul, but I picked up some candlestick holders from eBay, and they were just like £5. I got a set of black and gold. These aren't These aren't candlestick holders at all. But these are napkin rings to go with the napkins that I got earlier. These were also from eBay, and they're just like a really nice, I don't know what kind of rattan? Don't know. I thought rattan was like wicker, but I feel like these will go really nicely with the napkins that I showed you earlier. I don't know if it's going to be a bit too beige now looking at these, but they're cute. And then I'm hoping this box will more. No, not this box. I definitely have these. These must be them. They are. This is the gold version. I'm not going to take this apart and like piece it together, but you can sort of see they're just like this brushed gold. I'm not really a huge fan of like gold or silver. I quite like maybe like a brushed brass or like an antique brass. But these were £5 and I got this in black as well. So I thought I should stay on the theme of candlestick holders. And this was actually something that I picked up when we were in Manchester recently at, I think the store's called Form Lifestyle, and I've shown you them in a couple of vlogs already now, and they just do like really nice gorgeous homeware bits, as you can see. And this is just like, I don't know actually what material this is. I've seen one similar online, and oh, this just says 100% homemade. It's just like this really pretty candlestick holder. I realised that this is going to look a bit different to the shiny black or gold one. And with the other one that I got recently, was just sort of like this flat round bit with the candlestick holder at the very bottom. And so I thought that these would look nice together. And yeah, I'm just really excited about this. I wish that I picked up another one, but this was 20 quid and it seemed a bit much to be spending £40 on 2 candlestick holders. And our dining room table was actually round. And so yeah, maybe it would look better just to have one and like some smaller ones around it rather than 2 long ones. But really happy with this purchase. I might see if I can track down a similar style online just to sort of keep the vibe going. And then also from Form Lifestyle, this is something that I've been on the hunt for ages. You can get them at a lot of sort of like independent homeware stores. It's like a antique looking, I don't know if you can call this antique, but in the shop they said antique. And it's just a little bud vase. I've been looking for like a big one for a while in this sort of like, I don't know what material this would be, like an enamel. But I've been looking for like a larger version of this to use as almost like a utensil jar. But I saw this and I've got quite a few bud vases already, but they're all glass. I thought this would just look really nice sort of like on the kitchen side. I don't know if this is gonna focus, but yeah, it's just like this really nice enamel, and I think this was like £12, so it wasn't too expensive. And I can't wait to get a little posy, pop them in this, have it on the kitchen side. These next little pieces are actually quite random. I've never bought art before, but this we saw in a gallery in Chester when we last visited, and it's just this really pretty, like, I don't know if I'd call it, it obviously is pretty, but the view is not so pretty. But yeah, it's just like a really nice stormy sky, and I really like seascape photos. I thought obviously we're moving to Brighton, which is near the sea, and our bathroom has like a nice ledge, almost like a picture rail. I just thought that this would look really nice, maybe with a little posy glass next to it, just leaning up against it in the bathroom to keep that seaside theme going on, although hopefully Brighton is a lot sunnier than this. And also I think this was maybe £25, and it's obviously just like paint on a real canvas. I know nothing about buying art, but usually when I see paint on canvas, it's just like printed on. Whereas this was actually painted by Susan in store. And so, yeah, it was just really nice to like go in, have a little chit chat with the artist and pick up a little piece and just, you know, support local business. We also got this little postcard, which is of the Lake District. It's somewhere that we really love to visit. We've been quite a few times. We went most recently for my birthday at the start of April. And whenever we're there, we never pick up a postcard. We always forget. And so we saw that and I thought, grab it now. But it's just like a little drawing of all of the villages and towns in the Lake District. And it's got our favourite ones to visit, like Windermere and Ambleside and all the other little gorgeous towns. And so yeah, a little bit of art, which seems a bit grown up of me, if I'm honest. So jumping back to my favourite store, the White Company, this was quite a treat, if I'm honest. I've been wanting one of these for the longest time, and honestly, this is obviously a big box, but the size of the box that this came in was just I didn't even know the White Company made boxes that big. And yeah, this was, I don't know how I'm going to open this. Maybe I need to open this off camera, although, okay, I've managed to prop it up. So, this is quite heavy to lift up as well, but this is a marble Lazy Susan. I've been wanting one for so long. Let me just mind this box out of the way. Whenever I see people decorating cakes and they're like spinning it around on their Lazy Susan, I actually can't even hold this up to show you because it's so heavy, but you get the gist. But I'm so excited to have this out. I've seen on the White Company them using this for like a cheese board, or obviously just to like serve some like olives and bits like that, little nibbles on. And I just feel like, honestly, when I got this, it was the happiest day of my life, and I've just been so excited to have it out and just spin it around, pop a cake on it. Although now I'm like, I've got my cake stand and I've got this, and so 2 cakes. But yeah, this honestly was so heavy. Just the struggle, how embarrassing. I did a high rocks, I swear. But yeah, I'm so excited to get that out. I think that was actually £90, which is obviously a bit expensive for a Lazy Susan. And we were in TK Maxx recently and I saw a marble Lazy Susan in there for like 15 quid. And I just thought I'd been scammed here. Because the White Company is nice. But I do feel like they do take the mick sometimes. Not if they ever want to do a little ad or sponsorship, it's definitely worth the money. But yeah, this was probably one of the things I'm most excited for. I'd say this, the ochre pillows, maybe like the tulip glasses that I showed you in my first vlog, are the bits I'm like most excited to have out. And I just feel like it's really nice just to have like your favourite bits around the house, like out and displayed. And I find that like when I've had nice servingware in the past, I shut it away in the cupboard and like you don't really use it. I only for like have my friends around for dinner like maybe once every few months, and so it seems a waste then just to have it like in the cupboard. So I'm hoping that this isn't too big to like take up a lot of room on the side. We can maybe like display it with like some olive oil or something on top. You see, it's practical as well. So I showed you guys, obviously me accidentally storing this in one of the other boxes, but we picked up a few bits from Aesop. It's just our favourite hand wash, which is the Resurrection one. So we've got 2 of them, and one thing I've been wanting for ages is the hand balm. So I got Ty this hand balm maybe 2 years ago for Christmas, and I thought I was buying him the big one because it was £28, and I thought there's no way that a hand balm is going to be £28 and not be in a big pump. It came, and it's just like your regular tube of hand balm. This I got on Vinted, so this was I think £30. It originally is around like £80, which just seems ridiculous. Honestly, whenever we go past like an Aesop store in London, I just pump it all, and I'm like on the elbows, on the arms, on the face. And so I'm really excited about this. This is the rind concentrate, and it's like an orangey, grapefruity smell, and obviously it is good quality, and your hands do smell soft for ages. My hands have gone quite like callous from the gym. Is that the word? You know, when you get like the horrible, why am I showing you my hands? But from like lifting the weights. And so I've just been using this already, I'll be honest. I hold my hands up, I couldn't resist. And so yeah, this on the side, they do charge a lot, and you can just get nice looking hand soaps, but I've been wanting these for a while and I somehow justified it to myself. And so yeah, we've built up quite a collection. These hand washes are for the spare room, and then we do already have one on the go for the kitchen. And so I'm going to keep this in the kitchen, I think. And so I'm just excited to have a nice little set there. These are probably going to be the last things that I show you. They're both from Dusk. So I got a new mattress protector. Honestly, thrilling content over here. The absolute size of this. So we obviously don't know how comfortable the mattresses are going to be in the new flat, but we had to get a new mattress protector, like I said, because all of our beds are now king and not doubles. So we've got a Feels Like Down anti-allergy topper. I don't know if I've said it already in like a past vlog, but I suffer quite a lot with like pet allergies. Honestly, I think I've just spoken it into existence. I'm going to sneeze now. I cannot believe I've just spoken into existence a sneeze. But like I was saying, I have awful allergies. Allergic to just like anything in the air, pets. I've realised recently I think I'm allergic to alcohol, because the second I have a couple glasses of wine, I just start sneezing. And yeah, I'm just quite a sniffly person, which is so frustrating. But we've got the anti-allergy down mattress protector, I don't know. And then we also picked up a new duvet cover, which is feather and down together. I've only ever had feather before, and so I'm hoping that this will maybe just be like a lot plumper if it's got down mixed in. So I think that's going to be it really for the haul. I've got so many other random bits like a new knife set and scales and just like all your kitcheny bits and stuff like that. But I don't really need to be showing you like toilet brush holders here. But those are some of the bits I've just been most excited to like unbox with you all and show. I'll leave some of the links in the description down below if I can link them. And yeah, thank you all for watching. I will be back next week with the moving vlog. So we're moving the weekend that you guys are actually watching this. So next weekend will be the vlog of us moving in, getting settled. I'm not really too sure how I'm going to be able to film that along with like moving all the way down to Brighton. We've got to hire a van, drive down for 5 hours with our 2 dogs as well. I don't know how we're going to do that. At the moment we're thinking we'll try and get them in the van, but we might actually just have to, one of us get the train all the way down to Brighton with them, and then someone just focus on moving all of our bits. But we'll see. I'll bring you guys along for the journey. Hopefully I don't end up being the one driving the van. If you have made it to the end of this video, then please make sure to subscribe, hit the like button. I feel like a proper YouTuber saying this, but yeah, it's been so nice posting the past few videos and like seeing me gain a couple of subscribers and just like feeling like people are actually watching. But yeah, please do subscribe if you are watching. But if anyone does actually have like any feedback for the vlogs or like anything you are enjoying or want to see or any questions, things like that, then yeah, please just let me know down in the comments, or my Instagram is linked below as well. Give that a follow and just message me there. But thank you all for watching this video again, and I'll speak to you when we're next down in Brighton.